Hello everyone, today I will share my presentation with you. My presentation will be about refraction in prism and convex mirrors. If you want, we can move on to my presentation now. First of all, I want to talk about what is a prism. Prism is a transparent object with smooth surfaces in optics that refracts light. The angles between surfaces vary depending on the application. The traditional geometric shape is a triangular prism whose bottom surface is triangular and the edges are square. For this reason, the word prism is used for this figure among the people. Some types of prisms are not geometric prism shaped. Prisms are usually made of glass, but any transparent material can be used specifically for the wavelength for which it is designed. Like this, it's a prism, and also like this. What is the refraction and what is the refraction of light? The change in direction of light when passing from a transparent medium to another transparent medium is called refraction. The speed of light in a transparent medium depends on the density of that medium. And as the density increases, the speed of light decreases. What is the refractive index? Refractive index is a concept related to the speed of light in the medium. For example, the refractive index of air is 1 and the refractive index of water is 1.33 and the refractive index of glass is 1.5. So the medium with a small refractive index is called a low density medium, and the medium with a large refractive index is called a very dense medium. And I will talk about some types of refraction laws. First, incident beam, refracted ray, and normal are in the same plane. Second, rays coming in normal direction, perpendicular, cannot be broken. And third, when the rays pass from a very dense environment, they are refracted away from normal. And some types of notes about refraction laws. The greater the angle of incidence, the greater the angle of refraction. If the rays come from a very dense medium to a less dense medium at a greater angle than the boundary angle, they cannot pass into the other medium. In this case, the incident beam is reflected in the same environment at an equal angle of incidence. This is called full reflection. And also we can see the full reflection on this page. And let's talk about the refraction in a prism. The direction of light changes as it passes from one medium to another. In other words, light bends as it travels from one medium to another. This phenomenon is known as refraction. When light waves travel from one optical medium to another, they get refracted due to difference in optical density of the two media. The degree of refraction varies with the wavelength of light, and the speed of light in different media varies inversely with the refractive index of a medium. What is the angle of prism? A prism has two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces that are inclined at an angle called the angle of the prism. And let's talk about this figure, and let's see. A prism PQR has been kept on its base QR. A ray of light AB is incident on the faces PQ of the prism. AB is an incident ray. When a ray of light passes through a prism, it bends towards the base of prism. The incident ray AB is going from air, so rare medium, into glass, so denser medium. So it bends towards the normal B and comma and goes along the direction BC inside the prism. Thus BC is the refracted ray of light which bends towards the base QR of the prism. And also when the ray of light BC traveling in the prism comes out into air at point C, refraction takes place again. And the ray bends away from the normal MC and goes along the direction CD in the form of emergent ray. Refraction of white light on prism. The unique shape of the prism makes the emergent ray bend at an angle to the direction of the incident ray, and this angle is known as the angle of deviation. The prism divides the incident white light into a color group, and the various colors those are seen through prism are arranged in order. This order is named as Vibgyor. Vibgyor is constituted after taking first letter of all the following colors. We can see this on this page: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The band of colored components of a light beam is known as spectrum, and Vibgyor is the sequence of colors. Newton was first scientist who used a prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight, and he concluded that the sunlight is made up of seven colors. A rainbow is a natural spectrum that most likely appears in the sky after a rain shower. Rainbow after the rain is normally the result of dispersion of sunlight by the tiny water droplets. The tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere act like small prisms. A rainbow always forms in the opposite direction of the sun, by the way. And let's talk about convex mirror. The mirror is said to be convex if the outside of the sphere is silvered to reflect light. The center of this original sphere is known as the center of the curvature, and the line through the mirror's surface through the center of the sphere is known as the principal axis. The mirror has a focal point located along the principal axis between the mirror's surface and the center of the curvature, and focal point are located behind the mirror and opposite the object next to the mirror. The focal point is behind the convex mirror. And a convex mirror is sometimes referred to as a diverging mirror due to the fact that incident light originating from the same point and will reflect off the mirror surface and diverge. And let's talk about the other figure. And the diagram at right shows for incident rays originating from a point and incident towards a convex mirror. These four rays will each reflect according to the law of reflection. After reflection, the light rays diverge. Subsequently, they will never intersect on the object side of the mirror. For this reason, convex mirror produce virtual images that are located somewhere behind the mirror. We use convex mirror in almost every point of our lives. One of the most common uses for the convex mirror is the passenger side mirror on your car. These convex mirrors are used for car because they give an upright image and provide a wider field of the view, as they are curved outwards. And also we can see the convex mirrors everywhere: hospital, shopping centers, schools, highways, traffics, everywhere we can see the convex mirrors. And this was my presentation.